everybody to Cup with Gup on Wednesday, May 18th, 2022. Final thoughts for the PGA Championship. We have weather is going to be a big topic. Hideki neck flaring up, probably a big topic as he's been projected to be one of the highest owns all week. A lot to digest here with, we'll call it 18 hours left until lock or so. Most people will get everything done tonight. Obviously, you don't want to be scrambling in the morning. We'll recommend you get up, though. Make sure you're around in case there are any withdrawals, especially with the few concerns out there that we have. Another quick pod, 20 minutes like I normally do or so. I will be on later on this evening for premium members with Kenny Kim. For E9, we will deep dive into all things about course, weather, what we see, how we handle it, what we're going to do. Should be a great E9. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be early evening. As soon as I get the time locked in with Kenny, I will let you guys know. PGA Champ gets you 30% off any package, includes a 7-day risk-free trial right now. Rate and review us on iTunes. Subscribe and like this video on YouTube. I'm going to give a couple PGA. I posted a tweet yesterday with bunch of items I bought yesterday at the course for the swag. I'll give away a couple items today. I will do some more on Monday so that you guys can rate and review this. Subscribe on YouTube, like this video, and in the comment section, tell me who you think wins. Who wins the tournament? That'll get you in. I'll give away some more stuff on Monday's Smash Factor. First winners for today, I'll give at the end of this pod, so stay tuned for that. Listener League, we're about 65% full. 500 people this week, 1K to first place, 3 max, limited break. Hop in there now. Link is in the description if you want to join that. Final thoughts on the week for me. I'll put an asterisk here because things will probably change a little bit throughout the day and night. Narrative Street will come up and, a little bit of people, TPC was a big one that people kind of got burned on, so that people not worry about that. Then some of the favorites that people like are in the projected potential bad part of the draw right now, so do people just jump ship? It's definitely a lot to figure out, but we're going to do our best. We'll see what we can get done. I will be doing heat maps. They are warranted this week. There's an AM/PM advantage. That's clear. But I don't think it's not a full advantage. I don't think you just cut it dry at everybody going off Thursday morning is who you want to play. It's going to be hot Thursday and Friday. Then this big cool front's coming in, and storms will be arriving in Tulsa early evening. Could be a little later evening. I currently don't think the rain or anything will get there that cause any delay. But you could see a few guys having to finish up their round with a little bit of sprinkles or some rain in there. Nothing crazy. They will drop weather. Like I said yesterday, 20, 30 degrees at times. Be much cooler Saturday and Sunday. Winds will be at a completely opposite direction Saturday and Sunday. Of course, we'll play completely different Saturday and Sunday. I don't think they're going to get a ton of rain, so there's nothing to worry about, it's going to be sloppy or anything like that. But definitely will be set up a little bit different. And probably, I would imagine they'll use some of the easier tees and pins Thursday into Friday and save some of that harder stuff for the better conditions Saturday and Sunday, because I think it's just going to be a grind. But I don't think it's going to be a full advantage. I think there'll be some spots in there, and this is where it gets hard, where you go, okay, if this shifts 2 hours, how does that change to the good, to the bad type of stuff? The one thing that does seem fairly clear is Thursday has no rain, no nothing. It's going to be hot, going to be humid. It looks like as the day goes on, the winds just continue to pick up. It definitely seems like the worst of the whole week will be Thursday afternoon. But it's just going to be strong winds. No, I say just strong winds. It's going to make it very difficult. Does it completely X out everybody starting at 12 o'clock p.m. on Thursday on? Not necessarily. That's definitely something we'll have to, that's what the heat maps come in for and talk about as we get through the day. And we'll see. I'm going to wait. I'll wait as long as I can to build. I'm going to wait as long as I can on the heat maps and everything, but I also don't want to be doing E9 with Kenny at 10 o'clock, because people can't digest and make decisions. So I just try to do the best we can. Personally, I'll be waiting for the final latest update on weather and stuff, and I'll probably have a few different builds made out and then know where I'm going to go based on some of those final deals. And then obviously wake up early in the morning, make sure we don't miss any withdrawals. Trending highest right now, I've made a few adjustments based on, I think, some of the people that are going off PM AM that may get a little less ownership for that. But top 5 for me right now, no particular order: Spieth, Lowry, Fitzpatrick, Matsu, Rory. I moved Matsu down. I still have him in the top 5. He'll be one we'll have to monitor throughout the day. Obviously, anytime you hear the neck thing with him, you get a little worried. He does have one of the better weather draws right now. He's one of the first out tomorrow morning, 7:38 local time. So that'll be a balance on some people go, all right, I'm just going to hope his neck holds up. See what we find out there today later on, or if they talk about it at all. But if people are, for the most part, I think people will just play him because they're, not, especially when we're talking about the large MMEs, good weather draw and may not even know about the neck thing. Our niche community, obviously, we'll talk about it for sure. Some sleepers low on guys that I like, factoring in a little bit of the weather, a lot of ownership, and then just overall model, and gut feel. Some of this is gut feel stuff. Cam Davis, Ryan Palmer, Bubba Watson, and Sink. I have all these guys less than 4% owned, some of them 1%. I just think the way things are set up, good MME flyers, good. I mean, they don't have to be flyers. Good potential plays to have in your pool. Let's talk. I don't know any of those guys make my 3 max, but all could be a potential for a 20 max type deal or higher. I know many people will be maxing out stuff, whether it's the 25 cent or all the way up to the milli maker. So those are some guys that stuck out to me. Guys that have moved up for me, factoring everything I just mentioned in. Tiger, I'm interested to see what his true number comes into. I'm trying to be aggressive on the ownership. He doesn't seem to be. I think people still just don't. I think they have more the negative for the Masters than the positive, and but he's got a good draw. He's out at 8:00 tomorrow morning. One of the later ones out Friday, so it could be the wind dying down, that cool front moving in. If he truly comes in at 5 to 7%, I'll be big time overweight on him. We'll talk about that with Kenny a little bit later. Bobby Mack, he's not super under the radar. I think he'll be 6 to 9% at $6,900. I think he is second off tomorrow morning. That's a plus. 7:05 a.m. So I like that. Kevin Na, a guy I can't remember last time I played him. I liked what I saw. I watched him a little bit yesterday around the greens, on the putting practice area, a few holes. This is a tournament I could easily see him just sticking around. Doesn't seem like it would fit him, but we've seen him get crazy hot around the greens and putting at times. A place where you got to just shoot par probably to be in it, at least get to the weekend. Has that early tee time. He's a guy that moved up for me. And then Davis Riley, guy I played a lot of. I think it'll be 4 or 5%, $6,800. If you're trying to do like a hybrid balance type build, I definitely like that as well. Fading or moving down for me, this is kind of a mix of potential weather and ownership. Lowry, a guy I kind of liked, but he's probably top 3 owned right now, projected. I'll see how that happens because he does have a 1:00 tee time tomorrow, but 19% owned is where I kind of have him right now. I see where he fits, but in this type of situation where I got to pick some fade, if we truly do believe in the weather the way it comes later on today, as more models come out, weather models, he's a guy I can get off of. Fitzpatrick's a guy I did like on Monday that's kind of moved down out for me. I think I'd rather go Finau. Right now, Fitzpatrick has one of the worst tee times to have. On the draw. He's one of the last off tomorrow, which means he'll play most of his round in the strongest winds. He can grind out, I know that, but Finau's right there. They're only 3 or 4% apart, so it's not a big deal. But Finau goes out 7:38 tomorrow, so I get a lower owned and a better tee time right now. I can make that move. Connors was a guy I wasn't really going to be on. I just don't trust his short game enough around here. PM draw for him as well. Still getting some ownership. So I'm off on him. And then Rahm will probably be the big one. I think the interesting thing is Rahm and Scheffler are going off at the same time, and it's not the great time. So could you fade both and get it? But I don't know how high owned we think those guys are going to be overall. I will say, I have max amount of guys I'll have over 21% is 2 or 3. Majority of the guys I have way under, 19% or less. It's going to be very spread out. We kind of knew that. There's many of options. People move around. We'll have the whole, well, now we get the weather factor. So a lot of things could shift if people just start fading waves or whatever. And then you'll have the whole, oh, he's going to be high owned, I'm off of him. I'm really interested to see how close Scheffler and Rahm come in on ownership because there's no weather factor there. I think right now most people think Scheffler will be a lot higher owned. I think they'll be a lot closer together. And I just, if I went there right now, I'd go Scheffler. And I said I'd only probably play one of those high-priced guys between Scheffler and him. And so he's kind of moved down the list for me. Guys I'm staying strong on, Rory, Willie Z, Cam Young, and Mito. Leverage plays this week. The asterisk will be going opposite of the perceived wave draw. That's always a good leverage play, especially if you have 100 lineups or something. You just go, all right, I'm going to take 15 of these and build a complete opposite, go PM, AM, and hope crazy stuff happens, which if you did that at the TPC, you probably did very well because the bigger, longer delay that no one saw coming caused the opposite effect, which maybe more people do that now because I just saw it be successful at TPC. But true ownership leverage right now is pretty easy. DJ Brooks are massively going to be the lowest owned in that area. Morikawa is going to be lowest owned up there. And then Bryson and Tiger really are the two lower in the 8K. 8K is not really big, but Bryson's interesting because, I mean, he keeps saying it'll probably be Thursday morning, but I want to make the call earlier enough because I want to give an alternate time. What is his tee time? That's going to be – so he is one of the first off. So – theoretically, if you want to play him, I literally have him under 2% right now. You could play him as an MME flyer and be prepared to swap to someone right around that price and hope that news came out before, since he's one of the first, 3 or 4 tee times out tomorrow. That's a positive. So maybe he'll make his mind up tonight. He's still out there today playing and hitting balls, but he is going to be massively under owned. So if you want to take that chance, you certainly could. Should be a fun week. Should be a great week. I'm looking forward to it. Prize picks. I got a 5 pick right here. This paid pretty good money. I am taking Rahm over 71.5, Connors over 72, Usti over 72, Fitz over 72, Morikawa over 71.5. Just going that route this week. Underdog, you can with prize picks, links in the description. GUP gets you a $1 for $1 match up to $100. Same with Underdog. They have launched their $10 million best ball. They also have best ball for PGA. I would take my rankings and kind of utilize that as a draft sheet. I went to their pick 'em, but they weren't up yet. If they do get the pick 'em up on Underdog, I will get those picks out to you guys later. That's in the link as well. Click the same link as Prize Picks. $1 for $1 match up to $100 with GUPS, GUPS. You can go ahead and start some best ball NFL draft if you want to do that, or tinker around. This first week they've had these best ball for PGA. Go in there and see what we can take advantage of, especially maybe with this weather draw. I'd use my final rankings when they come out here this afternoon and take a look at that. My final 5 for one and done: Willie Z, Rory, Xander, Spieth, and then DJ. I haven't used Spieth a whole lot, so I think he'd probably be a play for me. I think I have a DJ left. Being that most people are going to be off him, I may, but probably would lean to guys that you like the most going out the earliest tomorrow as it sits right now. Again, we'll see how that goes later on this afternoon. Winners for the PGA swag items, championship gear, you guys will get to pick in order. Sean M, hit me up on Twitter or Slack if you are in our part of our deal, because this was through all of our stuff. You didn't have to be a member to do this. You will get to pick an item. And then Dennis K905, you will get to pick an item. I will do some more giveaways throughout the week. And then on Monday, we always have some giveaways going on in the GC Warrior Room Slack channel throughout the championship weeks as well. Don't forget, PGA Champ gets you 30% off. 7-day risk-free trial. E9 with Kenny Kim later on today. Look forward to seeing y'all. Have a good day. Talk to you later.